The ultimate goal is to help you get to where you want to be. In other words, everybody wants the American dream. But the difference is the American dream could be different for you based on what you're trying to do. So me, I'm going to give you the best I can. All right, I got to create a lot of things in my life, and I can help you get past go. We'll explain that as we go as well. I am the founder of Reynolds University. I started it in 1977. So for 43 years, I brought in my first $100,000. I was 9.5. I brought in $1 million, then $1 billion, then a double billion too. You know what? For a couple of decades, I even got a paycheck. But the reality is I don't really want one because I don't need one. What I want to do is keep my promise and help everybody I can. So as we go through this presentation, tablet and pen, take plenty of notes. Getting past go, there's a board behind me. When I write, I'd like you to write too. If you take a picture, you're not supposed to, and on top of that, you're just going to make your phone smarter than you. And that's not what we want to do. So keep in mind, we got to stay safe and strong. Remember, we all must do our best while Jesus does the rest. We got to understand something. It's like starting the day. You ever had those days that everything you do, no matter what you try, it just gets in your way? I've been living with that all my life. I'm one of those guys that everything goes wrong, so I got to keep going through the day. Just like today. You see, I hit this in my car. All right, I should say the company car that I drive. I got the keys. I get to pick which one I want, but the reality is this actually went through the front of the grill. It got stuck there. Kind of sucks. But you know what happened next? You see, as I woke up this morning, I go to my knees and I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. I stubbed my toe. I got ready. I got in my car. The tire light was on. So I drove to the gas station to put air in the tire. I drove another mile and the other tire had another light come on. Oh my goodness, I hit something in the road like I just showed you. I got out of my car. The seatbelt got stuck in the door. I locked the car, then I had to go back to the car again, and my key would not work. So I got to break down the key and got to try to figure out how to get it through the little hole and open the door. From there, that's just my first hour today. See, all through all this, the main thing I've got to say is thank you, Jesus, for one more day. See, I got to do my best knowing Jesus is going to do the rest, and amen. In other words, we all go through goodies. Isn't that fun? But the reality is some of you give up. Some of you quit. Some of you go back to the job you hate. We can't do that anymore. What I want you to do today is focus. I want you to listen to every word I say. I want you to write it down. All right? And I want you to take some good notes. I was lucky and abused at the same time. In other words, as a child, I got used and abused physically and mentally, and it sucked. I got to steal and beg and eat out of a trash can from 3 to 9.5. Because Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, dropped me every Down to Beach pier. So every day when I go to the 3 companies I donate my time to, I go into that call centers and I listen to them. And they're good and they actually follow through. But what about you if you call that company that tells you the best script you want to hear, and then you give them your credit card and your social security number, and then you got to pray it's going to work? Basically what happens is you think they got a magic wand. Mine's work. It doesn't work. Can I borrow yours? Maybe I need new batteries. You see, this is just BS. The reality is we got to teach you how to fix your mess. That's the bottom line. Because I can get you to $1 million to $1 billion. All right, it's not hard to do. I've been doing this for 43 years. The first thing I need you to do is Google Credit Services Act. Write it down. Credit Services Act. Write it down so later today you can Google it. You see, what I want you to do is understand something. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission, which says no one can do credit repair. It's a lie. It's a fraud. They just lie to the credit bureaus to trick a computer, and no one can collect money up front. Even an attorney can't do credit repair. So what are you supposed to do when you basically screwed up? I know. You talk to your friends, your family. You talk to what? The credit bureaus? You talk to Credit Karma? Oh, I'm sorry. They have no phone number. They also got indicted, too. So what are you supposed to do? Guess? You've been trying that all year long. I'd like you to get stuck with me. You see, I'm the only one on the planet that ever got certified by the NACB. That is signed by Ken Yarborough, Security Chief of Tier W and Asperian. I'm the one who helped to create their boost that you get to use today. You might want to listen to me. See, I want to personally hold your hand. I've built relationships with 16 million people that love me today. I do have a couple turds in the bowl. We'll talk about that as we go through this. But what if you're stuck with me for the next 90 days or less, and I help you fix your big mess? It's not going to be hard to do. You see, credit saved my life as a child, as an adult. But I understand credit pretty well. You see, I want you to think about this. When you lose your job or income, what happens? You run out of time. And you know what happens in 42 days? You got no money. You basically screwed up your credit, so you got no honey. So you got to understand something. It's very simple. When you need $5,000, that's great. You know what happens every time? You go to your friends and family in the banks and they say no. Did you know $5,000 is only $50 a month? I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you. You should have safety credit. Remember, they said have money for a rainy day. Hell, in my life, it never rained. It always poured. Do you know the average person wastes $100 a week more? There's 4.3 weeks in a month. So they piss away $600 plus. If I max out a $50,000 credit card, the payment is $612.26. That $50,000, I could have bought a pizza or something. I could have started my American dream. But the problem is you got a big problem. You see, here's me. All right, the pandemic in 2009. All right, it was swine flu and pneumonia. Yeah, I got caught up in that. Over 200,000 people died. That's me in the coma. It kind of sucks. You see, I'm from Show Me State. I'm going to tell it like it is. Don't ever take anything personally, and don't get pissed off at me. I'm just going to tell it how it is. There's my corporate yacht and race boats parked in my backyard. Where the hell is yours? Where do you park your yacht and race boats? I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah and crappity crap. All right? I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. I'm the most verified person you can find. And I think most people I meet are full of you know what. You see, I've never been comfortable a day in my life. When you were born in a taxi like me and she wanted a girl, and I'm a boy, she gave me a girl's name no matter what. Raised my middle name. I'm going for $10 billion now because I have a lot of programs I want to do. You see, I want you to look in the mirror today. I want you to do Ray's mirror test. But here's the thing I want you to do. Every time you go to your friends and family, you tell them what you're going to do. You ever notice they put you down? They say they're doing this or that, blah, 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 blah. You know they're full of crap, not doing a damn thing. You see, they don't want you to up them by one. Do yourself a favor. Shh. Don't tell anybody what you're going to do. Once we see it, believe it, go get it, they'll go, how'd you do that? Ask yourself 2 questions when you look in the mirror today. Have you completed everything you need to? Is there more to be done? Only you can basically answer these questions. You have to basically put yourself in check. You see, I want you chasing the money, chasing the dream. Nothing. I love money. Money's great. I don't have to eat out of a trash can. I don't have to steal off the pier. I can feed my family. I can pay my bills. So don't ever say money's not great, because it is. I was just lucky as I'm being used and abused. I get to live with a rich family called Hope. She was still the she-devil from hell. You know, she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30, some 3 to 9.5. When I got to stay overnight, I got to stay in the bedroom. Oh, I'm sorry, they called it the bedroom. It was actually a pantry next to the damn garage. I listened to their stupid poker game. All these rich and famous people smoking whatever, drinking beer and talking out there, you know what's. But you know what they said that kind of puzzled me? They said a corporation's a legal person. Now, I'm 7.5 at the time, and they go, what does that mean? I wrote it down. I circled it 10 times. I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department the next day. I asked the lady, could you show me what this means? She showed me her microfiche. She showed me a book. I read the book. It said a corporation's a legal person under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. What else? That's all it said. I wanted some more. The biggest problem was I couldn't find a blueprint I was looking for. You see, it didn't exist then. It does not exist now. You got a choice. I connected the dots. From 7 to 9.5, I created a blueprint that got me a first corporation, brought in $1 million, brought in $1 billion, and having some fun. You might want to listen to me. See, my first organization was called Helping Hand Industries. It went worldwide. From there, this time, you're going to have to follow through. You see, you're going to go back to the job you probably hate. Eventually, they're going to fire you. It's okay. Then you're going to drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Truly not the American dream. Today we're going to talk about 4 points of income. Real estate. We can do a fixer-upper, we can invest. How about a franchise, a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, or a Wendy's? But maybe you just want to be mom and pop. I pray not. What are you going to do? Make the hamburgers, the fries, and the pizzas too? Profit sharing is kind of fun. Did you know there's 84 ways to leverage money and credit? You can turn this into $1 million to $1 billion. But you're going to have to listen to me, because I can get you past go. Let's look at a Lamborghini. What the heck? You know, everyone you look around, they're driving a company car. You're not even getting a paycheck. Because when you get a paycheck, you don't get a paycheck. You get the leftover. Then you pay your bills. Then you try to maintain. You're probably paying a car you should not. Then you steal some money from the family. Then you roll the dice, and then you screw it up and bring the pain home. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. We're not stupid people, but it's about time we learn how to play the game of business. I wrote that book 43 years ago. You might want to pay attention to me. You see, you pay for that damn car out of your paycheck. Why the heck would you do that? The payment, the gas, registration, insurance belongs to a corporation. All right, you got to learn how to play. It's called cash flow free up your time. Do you not get this yet? You know, I love YouTube. I love all the things that I see. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, they tell their story, which is great. The Quincy Jones that discovered Oprah and all the other things. But what about me? What about you? I didn't get my Quincy Jones. I have to understand cash flow free of my time. It's the only way to get the American dream. Raise rules. There's 20,000 of them. Write it down. You see, I've mapped it out to the point. You follow the 20,000 rules, you'll have a multi-million-dollar company. If you follow the 10,000 rules, you have a billion-dollar company guaranteed. You can call 877-519-7509 and get stuck with me. It's pretty simple, up to you. This time, I don't want you to bring the pain home. I want you to understand that very simple. There's a science behind all this madness. You're going to have to understand your Social Security number. Let's go to the board and have some fun. Because before you screw it up some more, let's understand, you got one SSN. You're the duck. Quack, quack. The reality is up to you. I'd like to give you $100,000 of credit, but I want you to master, don't use more than 29% on any given card. Have $71,000 of safety credit. Now, a lot of times people will say that's crazy. You know what's crazy? In 2008, when I brought in $3.6 billion more, I kept telling people, quit using your damn house as the bank. But it's okay. They kept screwing up because they used stated income. All right? No wonder they lost their house. But the reality is this. You know what's crazy? When you need some money, all right, guess what? You can't find it. Safety credit's your solution. So let's understand. You only have one of these. I don't want you to use a credit card past 29%. Write it down. The $71,000 of credit is safety. You see, what you got to realize is when there's a pandemic or something like a COVID-19 or swine flu and pneumonia, we got to buy some time. That can buy up to a year's time. But here's the problem. You got a Social Security number. You haven't even read the card front and back. It tells you don't even carry it with you. And it's in your wallet or your purse. If you read the card today, remember what it says. Don't laminate. Don't use for ID purposes. It's not even yours. So why the hell do you have it? So our government can bond us each for $35 million apiece. Isn't that fun? But let's understand something today. Okay, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, all right, the USA Incorporated been printing money 24/7. Ever since then, a woman who delivers a baby at the hospital, she can't take the baby home till she signs the SSN form. Within 12 hours or less, the baby's not going in the stroller in the car seat going home unless mama signs that form. Let's go back to the board and have some more fun. Now, this time I want you to understand something. Write down SS4 times 4. Draw a square, put an M in the box, do a corporate umbrella. We got to have 4 divisions the way I designed it in 1986. One for real estate, one for franchise, one for current business. Because we could have some fun. But understand something, some of you have a corporation. That means you probably named it after you, which is called silly and dumb. And then if you named it for what it does, that's called double dum-dum. Did you know 96% of all corporations set up do nothing because they don't know what's next? All you got to do is listen to me. I'm your next. So let's have some fun. What I need you to do is draw a line right here. I want you to call it the line of defense. Because something's going to go wrong to a piece, but not the whole. So I want you to circle this and understand I can get you $100,000 of credit to $1 million per SS4. That could be $400,000. That could be $4 million. How much you want? But again, this is up to you. All you got to do is realize you got to listen to me, because I'm going to give you the steps and the rules and the tools. Yes, something can go wrong, so boo-hoo, boo-hoo. But let's do this instead. We got a division in trouble. Oh, goody, goody. What are we going to do? Well, let's see. You've watched rich and famous people file bankruptcy like you, but they stayed rich and famous, did they not? Hey, how about cities? They file bankruptcy too. How about Wells Fargo, those bunch of crooks, those employees? Maybe a couple of you that sure went to prison for 50 years. You stole identity in mine twice. They got fined $3 billion. Oh, that really hurt. They wrote it off. Then they bankrupt 450 locations. Hell, they got away with it. So let's understand something. We got a division in trouble, supplier, creditor, employee. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do the 3-step. Can you write it down? You ready? We're going to disconnect it, isolate it, incorporate it. Can't save it. We're going to bankrupt that damn piece. We're going to open another piece to replace the one we lost in the first place. I've been drawing this blueprint since I was 9.5. What is wrong with you? Why the hell do you bring the paint home? Why do you steal from the family? You only got one SSN, but a corporation and divisions and more. We can have some fun and get the American dream. Nobody's any different than you and me. The only difference is you can listen, you can learn, and let's go get it. Let's understand something pretty simple. I'm going to hand you the first fish, and then I'm going to teach you to fish. Is that okay with you? Because I don't want you screwing this up anymore. All right? There's no reason you have to bring the paint home if you listen to me. There's Nixon. He took the gold standard out. Hell, ever since then, the United States government incorporated been printing money 24/7. We got a problem. Let's just print some more. Isn't that fun? You know what? Mama can't deliver the baby and take it home until she signs the SSN form. It's federally mandated. I learned all these rules and tools when I was 9.5. It's about time you step up to the plate. You see your personal Social Security number and that credit you leave to the family for safety. You take money from the family and roll the dice, you're an idiot. You screwed it up. I hope somebody kicks your assets, because that's called stupid and dumb. You leave it alone. Corporations got a tax ID. Divisions tax ID. Subsidiaries got tax ID. We can have all the credit we want, but you're going to have to listen to me. Who the hell wants to be the duck? You, corporation, or the division? Pick one. A division costs $26. How many divisions can you have? As many as you want. So you don't have a choice. You can listen to me and let's go get it. If something screws up, get back up again and again and again. The reality is the problem is you. You don't believe in yourself. You see, you're going to need a 720 to an 820 credit score. You got to be a qualified CFO. And you got to have to listen to me. And I know some of you, I got a good score, look at me. You got a damn number, don't know what you're doing. Here's one, he's got 3 crappy cards and no balances. And even on Credit Karma, they got indicted. Hell, he's got no green lights. You ever notice Credit Karma has no phone number to help you? They just want you to clickety-clack. They get $25 every time you do, because they're just basically trying to trick you. But here's a good guy. He gave, basically, what did he do? He bought trade lines. You know, trade lines is a bunch of crap, right? He bought, basically, use authorized user stuff, too. Now he's got a 755 and basically no green lights. His score dropped the other day. It's a 703. We got to remove all the crap that's in the way. Don't you get this? There's a reason that I know what I'm doing. I'm the only one certified by the NACB on the planet to the day. Credit cards get you credit scores. Write it down. Credit scores get you more like house and car. House and car do nothing for your credit report size to look pretty, unless you screw them up. So don't screw them up. I want you to look at this. You see, from the 750 to this 820, based on you jacking it up, based on the percentage, your score drops. You control and you balance the score and you balance your debt. You better listen and learn. It's going to be up to you. That safety credit you're going to have for your family. All right, that's what you're going to do. You got a choice. Take a picture of this. From a 720 to an 820 score. It's waiting for you. If you want me just to rebuild your credit and tear it apart, bring it back together again to a 720, it's very simple. It's $499. That's it. No more fee. If you want me to throw a rapid refresh in there and get you to an 820 and more, no problem. It's $499. Together, they're both $998. Pretty simple. Now, here's a fun thing I just added today. It's fun. I love this stuff. So for $998, I'm going to pop you a cash credit card for $1,000. You can actually reimburse yourself. And you have nothing to do besides listen to me. The reality is you have to get out of your own way. This program will be expedited. I want it done in 90 days or less. All right, no matter what your big mess is. You can call 877-519-7509 and even get into one of my workshops. You see, this is how we do it. Everything is Zelled, wire, or deposit. I want it expedited today, as fast as we can, because you're in what? You're a person, you're a consumer, you're impatient as me. I want it now. Well, you Zell it, you wire, you make a deposit, you take a picture, and in 90 days or less, I'll fix your mess and get you a $1,000 credit card. That's a cash credit card, not a gift certificate. You see, on Saturday, I do 8 classes. You're stuck with me. Every one of these classes, it's fun because I don't pass the buck. You know what I'm going to do in status updates at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time? I'm going to show you that I'm doing 98% for you. I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things, but I'm going to hand you that first fish. Then I'm going to teach you how to fish through the workshops that day. So all of a sudden, I'm going to use your what's called a case number. I never call out your name. It's pretty simple. Like this client here, I said, 122, you screwed up. Look what you did. You crashed the rapid, you screwed up, you jacked up your cards. Got to start all over. You screwed it all up. So guess what we do? I said, hey, you got to take $726. You got to pay down those cards to 29%. I added another rapid rescore. I pushed him up to an 820 and more. Got him $100,000 of credit for him and his corporation and divisions as too. You see, you got to understand something. Raise credit builds relationships and dreams. I've done this for 43 years. You see, it's like my program for my homeless parks. I'm going to take the dead zones that stand under freeways. The freeways have all these dead zones where they park the city trucks. I want to basically have cans and bottles, showers and restrooms too. I'm going to solve the problem. You see, what I'm going to do is I'm raising $10 billion in the next 36 months because I know I can. My food trucks, my showers. I'm going to be passing out beds, tents, and cots. I'm going to be handing $100 bills because I want to get the homeless off the street. Because I used to be one of them, and it sucks. All right, and the ones who can be educated and go back to their job, we're going to get that done as well. I got no excuses. Now, you want to make some extra money? It's pretty simple. You make a list of all your friends and family. You put them in a webinar with me. Guess what's going to happen? I'm going to basically change their life. When they Zell in, we Zell you back up to 20%. We don't waste any time. Let's look at Walt Disney in the past. They filed 7 bankruptcies, kind of like some of you. Recently, they got $1 billion in the bank. It's amazing. They didn't want to pay tax, so they wrote an IOU to themselves. That's how corporate structure plays the game. They didn't pay any tax on $1 billion. All right, I'm just trying to get you to the million. They're playing and messing around with $1 billion. We can look at Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. When they made that first $10 billion of profit, they paid no tax. Long as the money's growing, it's never slowed down to be taxable. Soon they're going to both, and all three, hit $2 trillion. You see, corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. You might want to learn how to play the game. Borrowed money is not taxable. Write it down. See, today I want you to think about it. Don't spend money, loan money. I'll explain this through this process and overview. You see, yes, you're going to fall down. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. What are you going to do? Go back to the job you hate? Eventually get fired, drive an Uber, and deliver some damn pizza? Truly not the American dream? Or you can tough it out like I do. Grow, be uncomfortable. Let's go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. See, I got no one to help me. All right, I didn't get the mommy, the daddy like you. The bottom line is I had to get out of hell. That's what I had to do. If you screwed up, I'll rebuild you. It's not a problem. Let's think about a corporation. Did you know that credit cards and the interest rate are a write-off to it? You can't do that personally, but a corporation has 8 credit cards to play with, 9 lines of credit, 8 supply cards, 10 vendor cards, 10 marketing, 6 lease cards, cash cards, and gas cards. How much would you want? You see, I'm an affiliate to 115 creditors. That means I get to see things you don't get to see. I can pop credit for you, corporation, and division simultaneously. You got a choice. Daryl's a nice guy. He's got 9 cards worth $30,000. They're all personal cards. Can't write it off. He asked, Ray, can you get me one big card today? Sure, what the heck. I added him to the dashboard, used my history, and I popped in one for $61,000. He gets to write off the card and the interest rate forever. Your choice is up to you. I got him a corporate base, American Express Gold and Platinum too. I showed him how to push him up to $1 million. Then they gave a line of credit as well. And then because Warren Buffett owns American Express, they offered 99 more cards. I said, no, we don't want 99 more. We only want 10. You see, I want you to understand the way I designed this. 1 card for the corporation and have 9 divisions. If a cat can have 9 lives, so can you. So let's understand something. Every division is like $26. That's a bucket of money. That's a credit card. That's a Experian, TransUnion, Equifax business reports. That's a piece of property. That's a franchise. That's a bank. It's whatever you want it to be. Every grocery store and every bank have a branch number, do they not? You want $1 million of credit? Let me know. They even offer these per division now. So here's some trade lines, and basically not trade lines true. They're actually credit lines. That means it's a credit card. It's a checkbook. You want 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 and more? How much you want? See, this will build your relationship and your dreams. You're going to use Ray's rules. There's 20,000 of these. You can call 877-519-7509. I don't hesitate at all. I can build you to $1 million to $1 billion. All you got to do is Zelle, wire, and make a deposit. Then you're stuck with me. Everything I touch will be expedited. I want it done in 30 days or 90 days or less. Yes, even if I have to fix your mess. Yes, I can build you up to $1 million of credit as well. See, every Saturday I have 7 to 8 classes. I've done this for 43 years. 6 days a week. All right, Monday through Friday, twice a day live. I don't like pre-recorded crap. Saturday, every class is done by me. And what I'm going to do is start at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You got a choice when it comes to money and credit. Let's leverage it. Write 84 ways. Real estate, let's fix it up. Let's invest. Hey, about a franchise. You ever notice these franchises like the Taco Bell, all right, the Wendy's, and the McDonald's stayed up, and they stayed open through the pandemic? You got to understand, you don't really want to be mom and pop, do you? Those are the ones that are not going to stay in business today. What, you want to make the pizzas, the fries, and the hamburgers too? I pray not. God, get these people to listen. It's cash flow. Free up your time. Let's go to the board before you mess up some more. Let's say your first goal is a piece of property. Let's say there's a house. Let's draw that. Let's circle it. Let's put an arrow to it. Draw a line. You see, maybe that's the house you want for you. Okay, that's all right. No problem. Let's do this. Here's a corporation. It's a management company. And we're going to have a division. All right, and let's understand what we're going to do. Every time we talk about a goal, we got to go back to you because you've screwed up. If you have a house today, you probably screwed up because you let escrow tell you what to do when they work for you. You should have told them what to do. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. But unfortunately, all right, it's in your name. So that means today if somebody sues you, they screw you and take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate. You're going to have to listen and learn. You're going to have to write down the word trust today and go to Google. Let's protect your assets before someone takes them away. If this is a property, you're going to fix it up. That's great. You got the prize. You're going to hire that contractor. That contractor is going to hire those subcontractors standing outside Home Depot. Good workers. When they slip and fall, they're going to sue you for all you got because you screwed up again. Oh my goodness, isn't this terrible? Write it down. Quick claim deed. Write it down. I want this quick claim deed immediately to a division of a corporation. Then I want you to do an assignment of equity. Write it down, write it down. You got to listen, please. My goal is to change the world. I made a promise and I got to keep it. So guess what? Now, if it's basically done the way I want it done, you quickly deed it to a division. Now, when they sue, they can't sue you and take anything you got. And because you pledged the equity before they sued you, they can't screw you, so they get diddly squat. But you want to make sure they get diddly squat? See, if you got a prize like the house, it costs $83,000 on an average to fix up a house, especially in California. Let's draw 4 circles or 4 squares, please. These are subdivisions. Write down 4 subdivisions. As a kid, they teased me because my first name is a girl's name. You see, she wanted a girl, I'm a boy. Raised my middle name. And then they teased me because I didn't have my money, so I had to use OPM. By the way, I'm the original OPM on this planet. You might want to listen to me. See, this division here is for carpet, landscaping, appliances, wood. We're going to save up to 70% because we can. Then I don't want to pay a bill for 60 days because I want to play the game of business and do it my way. So we're going to fix up that property, and when escrow, basically, when I sell it, they're going to pay off all the debt. We're going to end up having $200,000 left over. So let's write down and put $200,000 right here. Now, here's the problem with a couple of you. You try to play peekaboo with the IRS. That's called silly and dumb. It's actually kind of stupid. You did something on the side, and you didn't want to pay tax. Corporation doesn't pay tax, so it makes a profit. For those who did that, that's called silly and stupid. Now you got to go to irs.gov. You might want to see if you can get into the forgiveness program. How about download the form called 656 of 433A and B? You're going to have to listen to me and get yourself back in the system because, hell, you can't even get your COVID-19 check. And every one of you screwed up. You had some money, 10,000, 100,000 or more, and you pissed it away. And maybe you're broke today. Write down leveraging money. Please write it down. 84 ways to learn how to play. Let's go back to the board before you screw up some more. You got a choice. I made my promise to help everybody instead of just the rich and famous that I made millionaires and billionaires to do. So let's take an application. And let's fill it out today. Let's basically say this is an application. Let's go get $3 million. Go ahead, fill it out. Come on, I'm waiting for you to fill it out. You see, how you pass the test, you know the answers before they ask the questions. See, the banks get to borrow 10 times from the feds and loan you back 5. How am I going to get a yes? Because I'm going to tell them how to verify themselves and play the game. I'm going to take that $200,000, I'm going to put it into a CD. The bank's going to give me a line of credit for $200,000. I'm going to write a check back here for $200,000. What this does for me is pretty simple. It gives me 3 reference points that equal $600,000. So let's fill out the application. You ready this time? So what we get to do is, here's the corporation name. 200,000 is in the bank, 200,000 a CD, 200,000 line of credit. They can loan me 5 times this. That equals this. And don't whine and say, I don't have $200,000. Shut up. Damn it, it pisses me off. I can take $1,000 and turn it into 15,000. 15,000 to 50 to 100,000 to 1,000,000 to 1 billion. There's 84 ways to play this game. It's about time you listen. Because what you've done so far, it sucks. But again, that's up to you. But what do I know? I just brought my first $2 billion in by the time I was 26. Under corporate structure, of course. But maybe you want to listen to me. I've traded millionaires and billionaires all my life. But it's up to you. It's just always been up to you. I had to steal and beg off the damn pier. I had to eat out of a damn trash can. I had to get out of hell. Don't you understand this? I had to watch and wait for those people to finish their McDonald's. And I had to pray they didn't finish their damn Big Mac. Because I didn't have someone taking care of me. So let's understand something. I wanted that damn Rolex too. But I always told myself, if I'm as smart as I think I am, I'm going to get it for free. Because when I get money in the bank, I don't turn it loose. I hoard that stuff. So you know what I did? I set up a division for jewelry. Yeah. I got the $89,000 Rolex for $39,000. They overnighted the watch to me. And the bill came in. You know what I did before I paid the bill? I put a loan on the watch I did not own for $46,000. When the bill came in, I paid for the watch I did not own off the money I borrowed on the watch I did not own. I had $7,000 left over. I put it in the damn bank. I maintained the payments on the watch, and I got it for free. You better listen to me. He's a nice client. He won the lotto. He won a ticket for $1 million. He calls the office 16 times. Every time he called, he says, you can't talk to Ray because he's $3,000 an hour and $25,000 a day. Pay up or go away. Well, he kept calling and basically faxed over a note. Then he faxed over a check. And he says, Ray, please call me. So I finally broke down and said, okay, what can I do for you? You won a lottery ticket? Great. You got $1 million? Good for you. You get to keep $375 and pay tax. The IRS gets $625. He says, but that's not a lifetime. That's not my problem. What is your problem? You got to learn how to play. Ray, I'll pay you if you help me today. Yeah, okay, let's see if you do it, because I got your silly fax. It means nothing. But let's see what happens. I said, put the money in the bank. He goes, what am I going to do? I said, I want you to put it in the bank and reference it by 3. And then go back to the bank and ask times 5. They gave him $15 million. He bought a couple McDonald's. He paid the tax. Hell, I'm still waiting for my check. You see, some of your friends and family screwed you over, didn't they? Come on. People screw me over all the time. I don't take and waste my positive energy for negative people. I move on. You're going to have to listen and learn. You see, it's like referrals. They make you money. You want to make $1,000 today? Get somebody to webinar with me. I've been teaching and preaching my 84 ways to leverage money and credit. See, they're mine. I invented them. God gave them to me to give them to you. I've trained rich and famous CPAs and attorneys for years. Look at this little list here. They pay themselves $1 to $0 per year. They don't want a check. Don't you get this yet? But maybe someday you're going to learn how to play. You know, I was known as the Rich and Famous Incorporator for rich and famous people in the past. Just a couple clients you might want to recognize. The reality is it's up to you. All I got to tell you is you can listen to me and I'll only teach you how to play. Here's basically everyone talks about Warren Buffett. Why did they get this wrong? If you research Warren and his father, you'd understand something. He basically buys companies, Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, and more. You see, he gave all his money to Belinda Gates, but then he's still, because he's leveraging, one of the richest guys in the world. When he plays in the stock market, he loses, he writes it off. If he wins, he goes, oops, I did it again. All you got to do is listen to me. But your biggest problem is you're beating your own doubt. You don't get it. You don't get it. Everyone who owns a McDonald's is no different than you. I don't give a damn where you were born. Hell, I was born in a taxi. And she didn't even want me. So you better step up to the plate and get rid of your doubt, because that's just a bunch of BS. What is your goal? House, business, money in the bank? Pay your bills, drive the company of your dreams? Ray's rules can get you to reach your dream. But you got to stop wasting. You've been pissing away money all your life. Every one of you have pissed $10,000 plus and got nothing to show for it. Get stuck with me and I'll change your life. How about a business opportunity? It's pretty simple. You see, this is a business credit card up to $1 million. Why don't we look up C191D? Because it says the word loan 8 times. I'm in a corporation. What if I took $50,000 from this card? It's not even mine. All I got to do is maintain the payment. So I took $50,000 and I loaned $10,000 to 5 people. I put a second trustee on each house 5 times. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call that company. It's my money. I want it now. They factor within 24 hours. So for every 10 I loan, I get it 10,000 back again. And it's cash and it wasn't even mine. I got to maintain the payment. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to basically do a homestead blocker. Write it down. You have to learn. I'm going to do a chattel mortgage and a UCC1. When those 5 people pay every month, I just created $2,449 of cash flow free of my time. If I do 100,000, it's 4,000 plus. 150, 7,000 more. You see, God gave us the tools. He gave them to me to give them to you. You can have the abundance He's promised us all now. What's wrong with you? You got to get it through your head. It's called millions to billions. See it, believe it, go get it. It's not hard to do. How much money have you wasted so far? How much money have you pissed away from today? What do you got to show for it? I could have turned that into a multi-million-dollar company for you, but your problem is you didn't listen. Now you better pay attention. You're going to go stock the damn shelf or own the store. I'm going to own the store every damn time. I don't want to stock the shelf. I want to tell them what to do. You want a credit line? Let's go play. You can call 877-519-7509. How much you want? 5,000, 50,000, 100,000 or more? We'll build a relationship and I'll build your dream. You're going to use Ray's rules. 20,000 of these. You can wire it, you can deposit, you can sell it because I'm going to expedite it for you. Get tired of this year, and the next 90 days or less. Let's get you to a million, to a billion. What the hell's wrong with you? Your problem is you get in your own way. How about you invest or just stay out of my way in this program? It's called Getting My Freedom. A certificate of ownership of an LLP. It's like a pink slip or deed of trust. It's $1,000. Instead of you wasting or pissing that away, why don't you get a certificate of ownership today? We're going to play with 1,000 loans. And then I'm going to play with franchises too. And then what you're going to do is stay out of my way. The first payout is May 1st, 2021. It's called Blackjack Day. Let's get you up to $100,000 to your corporation. What do you say? You Zelle, wire, or deposit $1,000 today. I'm going to do my job. Just stay out of my way. I got no excuses. Neither do you after meeting me. Think and be the impossible? Why not? I got the keys to that one. It's not even mine. I bought my first Lamborghini, ladies and gentlemen. I was 14 and a half. I listened to some jerk that told me no, and he called me a piece of shit to my face. So you better understand something. I don't care where you're born or blame it on mommy, dad, and blah, blah, blah. I was born in a damn taxi. She wanted a girl, gave me a girl's name, raised my middle name. I eat out of a trash can. I had to steal off the pier, and that pissed me off. You know what I had to do? Go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. I had no choice. I had to count on me. It's God and me. I got no family to ask for anything. All right? Got a great wife. I got some kids. They're great. But the bottom line is I got to go get it. I got no excuses. Neither do you. It's amazing. COVID-19 wiped out their last warehouse. Their credit hotline a week and a half ago had to shut it down. And that's it. It's all gone. Guess what? They found 30 sets of my original books with all my notes. They got me my first $10 million in a corporation 30 years ago. You might want to get the last sets before that's it, because that's all you got. It's $999 today. That's 18 books, 18 CDs. You're stuck with me 24/7. But the bottom line is, most of you, what have you been doing? You're waiting for the bus with all the damn money. It's not coming. I never got my bus of money. Did you get yours? You're going to have to drive your own dream. You see, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm not going to give you a piece. I'm going to repackage your whole life. That's right. I'm going to get you the life you've been looking for. You got one person that's not going to pass the buck. It's called me. 20,000 rules and get you where you want to go. And I don't have an excuse, and now that neither do you. You play with me, I'll play with you in 90 days or less. I'll clean up your mess. But you got to brainwash yourself. Find your voice and become you, because this is silly. Why are you not doing this? Because your friends and family get in your way or rip you off? Failure? Hell, just get your butt back up again and again. Every time they told me no, I said, thank you, have a nice day. Get the hell out of my way, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't hear no. Can you imagine? I got my mansions in 2009. I've helped people. I don't have to work. I never had to work. I just helped people in the lectures and seminars and workshops, and I still got a couple hands and turds in the bowl. No matter what you do, there's always some shithead in the way. Oh, I'm supposed to call it turds, my wife says. You know, corporate yachts and assets? Where you park your corporate yachts and race boats? Hell, I park mine in the backyard. Where? I'm from Show Me State. Show me you shut up. So tired of blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, I like corporate helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings. All right, wouldn't you? There's Ray's rules. There's 20,000 of them. You better listen very carefully. I will hand you the first fish, and I'll teach you how to fish. I'll teach you the 20,000 rules and steps that nobody wants you to know. And once you master this, they can't take it away ever again. This is up to you. You can Zelle, wire, or deposit today, and you're stuck with me. Nothing can get in your way. But this time, you're going to have to protect yourself because you're going to build your dream. Every time I watch people tell their friends and family, they'll put them down. Keep it a secret this time. Shh. Let's just go get it. Now, I want you to think about this. Every time you use your credit card, your debit card, or a checkbook, you keep pulling out your driver's license and saying, here's where I live. Come rob my house. Come sue me. Take it away because I'm a stupid person today. I want your driver's license changed now. P.O. Box or mailing address. Listen carefully. Before I turn to the next slide, you tell your friends and family, the ones you talk to and all the blah, 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 watch all the BS come out of their mouths. You know, I said, shut up. The back of your mind, just remember what I said. The Driver's Privacy Protection Act after the Schaefer bill. You better understand, I go by facts and steps and rules. And I don't have an excuse. The last time you bought a car, you let some guy with an ugly shirt and an ugly tie sweat you for 2.5 hours. What is wrong with you? Yeah, you got the car and lost up to $5,000 and more. You had up to 9 inquiries too. The bottom line is you got to listen to me because you keep screwing up. Understand something today. They hand you a piece of paper and they say, we got to basically pull your credit. We need your permission. That's okay. Next to your signature, you write down this allows 1 inquiry only, and you take a damn picture. Don't you ever allow someone to use you and abuse you. You better learn to step up. Here's a problem every one of you got today. You bump somebody's car. You're at the grocery store. What do they want? Driver's license insurance, please. Then they're going to call one of those nasty attorneys on TV, and they're going to sue you and take everything you got. Let's go back to the board before you screw up some more. This is ridiculous. Every one of you have a registration to a car. Corporation, management company, corporate umbrella, division. So let's understand something. On a registration, there's a registered owner, there's a lien holder. You ever notice they never sue the lien holder, they sue the registered owner, which is you. I want you to change this, what you do. You're going to basically, registered owner is going to be a division of a corporation from now on. Lien holder is the corporation. See, what happens this time, when they sue the registered owner, they don't sue you. They can't take anything you got. So they get a division because you pledged the equity before they sued you. They can't screw you. They get diddly squat. I know you're going to say, I got a lien on my car. Big deal. You can put up to 6. You're responsible for the loan. You don't have to be always the registered owner. Why don't you learn how to play? What, you want someone to take away you got today? I mean, I don't get it. I've been teaching and preaching for 43 years. I've been doing this since I was 9.5. When I was a kid, I had to raise the adults. And they just got out of my way and let me do what I do best. From now on, every car you drive is going to be fleet price. I'm going to teach you all the steps and the rules. And every car from now on is going to be registered to a division of a corporation. Boom, boom. Don't you ever drive a car that belongs to you? It makes no sense. Today, you got a problem. Yeah, you do. Your house is in your name. If you die, it's stuck into probate. If somebody sues you, they take it away. Why don't you just Google the word trust today? Get the forms for free and spend about $20 and file it and save your assets. I made a promise to change the world as much as I can. And it frustrates me I can't change it as fast as I want. You got to bulletproof you and your family. Don't you get this? I don't care about your friends and family. You ever notice they're trying to screw you up? You're going to have to step up to the plate. You got too many nasty attorneys on TV today. Fake folly. This is a great guy. This man goes to church every Sunday with his wife, his kids, and grandkids. We got to say happy, happy, happy to Papa, Grandpa, too. Hell, he slips and falls. They didn't hear him the first time, so he slams it down again. He sued him for $10 million. This is the kind of people we got to be protecting ourselves from. All right? It's a bunch of BS. You know what I had to do? July 3rd, 2009. I took the corporate yacht from my backyard. My wife says, honey, can we take the yacht out to watch the fireworks and bring some people? Sure, why not? I used a corporate credit card. I get to write off the interest rate in the card. I can't write off my personal credit, neither can you. We took the corporate yacht out. It was $1,600 for that gasoline. July 4th, we took the yacht to watch the fireworks. July 5th, I'm in a coma. Are you kidding me? I'm in a coma? See, I screwed up. I quit helping people personally in workshops and seminars that year. All right? God put me through the coma, allowed me to go through it, to wake me up and shake me up, to put me back in front of you. So the reality is I couldn't just sell books and CDs. He wanted me to help every one of you. And that's what I'm going to do. See, I don't know where you park your corporate yacht and race boats. I park mine in the damn backyard. I'm so tired of people and their BS, it's ridiculous. And your friends and family, let me tell you, it's about time you think about it. And let's see it, believe it, go get it. After the coma, I had to walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks learning how to breathe. I still put my credit score back to an 820. And then I built $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down. Neither should you. God's using me to help you if you'll pay attention today. But how do I get you to listen and learn? Because you watch a lot of BS out there. They all tell their stories. At the end of the day, what about you? You need the steps and the rules. You see, I made my promise to Jesus in that coma that I would take the rest of my life and help people almost every day to listen to the rules and the tools he gave me to give to you. It's going to be up to you. I'm praying for another 50 years. But you know what happens when I finally die? My legacy lives on. The Reynolds University, my daughter and my son will take it over. They are my dream. What legacy are you going to leave? The one you got when you were born? Is that good enough? It's about time you step up to the plate. Now, I Googled today, the average corporation is $1,600. Go ahead and check it out. I like to give you Ray's corporate setup with me. Articles, Oslo's tax ID. It's $999 today. Now you're stuck with me. From there, if you want classes, how to set up corporation, remember, I'm going to hand you the first fish, teach you how to fish. You can get the workshops too. Level 1, I teach you how to set up your own divisions. So the workshops for 3 months now, 90 days, all right, $999. So for $1,798, because you're getting both sides, you just saved yourself 10%. But maybe you have a corporation, just get the classes. It's up to you. You get to understand something, you're stuck with me. And if you do this today, within 10 minutes when I'm done, you're going to get a set of those 18 books, 18 CDs that they found in that last warehouse they just emptied. Why they last? They're not going to be here for long. There's only 30 sets. So again, 18 books, 18 CDs, those are free today. Or if you get the corporate setup. But don't worry, sometimes you let life pass you by. How many times you wanted to kick your own ass at because you screwed up? You zealot, you wire, you make a deposit right away. You'll have 10 minutes when I'm done. That's as simple as that. You know, I think every expert needs to be challenged. Because they're wrong. A lot of times it's unsinkable. Hell, it couldn't even turn. Colonel Sanders didn't get his first check till he was 71 of $1 million. Thomas Edison never gave up. Why did you? Bannister told the world to go to hell. And he still broke the record. Every time I turn around, some ding-dong says white men can't jump. I don't get it. I've been kicking the door jam since I was 10 and a half. I used to kick the basketball hoop, and all they could say is, whoa. I didn't learn how to kick. Hell, I learned how to fly. You see, I reached every goal I've ever had by the time I was 26. I have no excuses, neither do you. If you can touch it, damn it, you can kick it. But out of the 16 million people who love me, I still got a handful of turds. I call them shitheads. My wife says I should call them turds. I think shithead's the bottom line, but they're still turds. You see, these people won't get out of my way. I tell them to shut up and show up. Been at the Marriott for 40 plus years. I've been teaching and preaching for 43. But you know what? Not everybody likes me. Not everybody likes you. They can crucify Jesus Christ. Who are we? Your biggest problem is your lack of commitment. That's right. This week you will piss away hundreds of dollars. You just should have got stuck with me and I'll change your life. I have no excuses. You see, the bottom line is how you receive the money really matters. You're taxed before, or even if you got it, you still got to pay the tax. Corporation doesn't pay tax till it makes a profit. Who decides what's profit when it's profit if they're not growing? But again, you want $1 million check, raise your hand as high as you can, and I'm going to call you stupid to your face. You get to keep $375. You want $1 million in a corporation, I'm going to call you brilliant. You see, you get to pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. That's the way it works. You see, Richard's a nice guy. He won the first show called Survivor. He almost died twice on the show. Because it's personal income, the $1 million check, he keeps $375 and the IRS gets the rest. Because it's personal money. Referrals make you money. You might want to make it to the corporation instead of you. From here, all you got to do is send us your referrals. Fax them over. Get them into a webinar. They sell in. We sell you back up to 20% today. We got no excuses. They don't get in our way. I love motivation. I watch YouTube and all these things of motivation. I want to listen. At the end of the day, I hear their stories. They made it. Quincy Jones discovered Oprah. They did this, they did that. It sounds great. But at the end of the day, I didn't get my Quincy Jones. Did you get yours? All right? You see, that means we have to use the rules and the tools. Everybody needs their Quincy Jones. I never got mine. I'd like to be yours. We all need a hero. God's mine. Let me be yours. It's pretty simple. We can get you through it. At the end of the day, everybody's got a story to say. But me, I'm going to get you to up to an 820 credit score, up to $100,000 of personal credit, safety, corporation and divisions, and up to $1 million. If you don't go get it, guess what? You're still stuck. In the middle of the desert going, what's next? I'd like to be your next if you allow me to be. It's called cash flow free at the time. There's no excuses. It's all it's ever been. You want a credit line? It's a credit card. It's a checkbook. How much you want? You want $10,000, $50,000 or more? It's up to you. Raise rules. You got 877-519-7509. All you got to do is Zelle, wire, and make a deposit because everything we do is expedited because you're a consumer. You're impatient like me. We want it now. Don't forget Saturday. I got 8 classes. Start at 7 a.m. all through the day. You're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. When I was 7 and a half, I heard this and I wrote it down. I want to make sure you understand. We're going to read this together because I'm not here to give you legal advice. This is chapter 18 of corporation. Ready? 1, 2, 3. A corporation is a legal person. It may sue or be sued. You see, I'll give you a custom corporation for me. It's $999. Now you're stuck with me. Articles, also list tax ID. You need the classes, how to set it up as well. You want level 1, how to do all the divisions you want. It's $999. You buy them both. At the same time, you save 10%. It's $17.98. All you got to do is Zelle it. And now what you get? You still get the set of Millionaires Founders Kit. The 18 books, 18 CDs. I'm only offering this yesterday and today, and they'll probably be all gone. And if you screwed up, that's okay. You've done it before. You let opportunity pass you by. You get to save $1,000 with that. Use Zelle, wire, and make a deposit. There's the Zelle, there's the bank. There's no hesitation. And we're going to expedite everything we can. You see, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution turned corporations into legal people. We the people. Did you know the United States government, the USA, is a corporation? They print money ever since Nixon took the gold standard out 24/7. Let's just print some more. By the way, they manage 50 states. All states are corporations. And the states manage the cities. The cities are corporations too. They're so smart they came up with their own little bankruptcy called a Chapter 9. Check it out, it's public record. You see, Wells Fargo Bank stole my identity twice. Those employees, I believe that's RICO, racketeering, wire fraud. They should have been to prison for 50 years. Maybe a couple of you. But you know that $3 billion fine? They wrote it off. Wow, that really hurt. Then they bankrupt 450 locations and they got away with it. They didn't give a damn. They're a bunch of crooks. Never use joint credit. It's Ray's rules. Ray's rules. When you buy a house next, you tell escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. Nobody's dumb enough to have a house in their name today, are they? Corporation. You don't name it after you. That's called dumb. You don't name it for what it does. That's called double dum-dum. You always have up to $1 million of credit. When I was a kid, they kept saying the same dumb thing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I kept asking, show me, please. They kept repeating the same stupid thing and had no idea what they're talking about. You see, the way I designed it is divisions, a real estate franchise, current business. That's how you don't put all your eggs in one basket. One screws up, you got more to go. You got nothing to lose. All you got to do is listen and learn. Let's go back to basics. I got to get you to a 720 and 820 credit score with good credit history the right way. I'm going to get you a 720 today. It's $4.99. Till I do a rapid refresh to push it to an 820, it's another $4.99. You get both of these today, and this is the first time I've offered it, probably the last time. It's $998 today. I'm going to get you a Capital One cash card for $1,000 cash. It's not a damn gift card. It's a cash card. Now you can reimburse yourself. You paid $1,000, you get $1,000 back. The program is going to be expedited today. It's 90 days or less, no matter what you've got a big mess. As long as you don't screw it up, just stay out of my way. You got 877-519-7509. You got a zealot wire to make a deposit today. If you let it pass you by, that's up to you. Here's Millionaires in the Making Workshop. I want to make sure I put a package together that gives you all the goodies. How about step 1? We rebuild your credit. We do the rapid refresh. Corporate articles, tax ID, officers list, the corporate setup class, a level 1 class, 2 analyzations, beginning and end as I pop you some more credit. It's $2,999 today. I already discounted $1,000 for you. You can add credit to it, how much you want. 10,000, 50,000 and more. When you buy both today, you get one of the last sets of the Millionaires Founders Kit, 18 books, 18 CDs. You're stuck with me 24/7. Believe me, in the future, what you're going to do is what I ask you to say. I want every time you do something, ask yourself mentally, how would Ray do this? How would Ray do this? How would Ray do this? You will use the 20,000 rules to rebuild your whole life. I guarantee you I'll get you to $1 million to $1 billion. I got no hesitation and no excuses, and I don't pass the buck. There's the Zelle, there's the wire, there's the deposit. Take a picture, it'll last longer. Remember, the American dream is simple. Receiving money every month, pay your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. And master Ray's rules. There's 20,000 of them. I prayed when I was a kid that someone would give me the rules. I'd find a map, I'd find a book that showed me the way. It didn't exist then, it doesn't exist now. You got the choice. The only book that led me to anything else was the Bible. I read it, I believed it, I received it. And God blessed me every way. He gave me the rules and tools to give them to you. You going to pay attention today? It's going to be up to you. Millionaires Founders Kit with the bonus Millionaires in the Making Workshops. You got a choice. I'll guarantee it or your money back because I don't hesitate. All right? Today, you get the Millionaires Founders Kit 18 books CDs for free with this package. When those 36 sets are gone, that's all right. That's all it is. It's going to be up to you. There's the wire, there's the Zelle, there's the deposit. There's no excuses. You see, at the end of the day, you and I are going to build a personal relationship. God gave me total recall on most things and an IQ off the chart. All right? So believe me, we will build a relationship. I'll get you to $1 million to billions, and I have no hesitation. The bottom line is you're going to have to listen and learn. Remember, I broadcast twice a day, Monday through Friday and all day Saturday. I've done this for 43 years. There's a reason I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32. 1 o'clock on Saturday, here's 98% I'm doing for you. I might need you to do one or two things. That's about it. We're going to use your case number. We're going to build you up. Stay safe, stay strong. Today we find ourselves sitting and waiting for what's next to come. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven, the only Father I've ever known. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen. All I know is I can do one thing for you. Today you got to go back to the job you hate. Maybe drive an Uber, deliver some pizza. Truly not the American dream. If you call 877-519-7509, you'll get stuck with me. And that'll be a great thing because I get to change your life. I get to keep my promise and you get the dream. You got 877-519-7509. There are 20,000 rules to get to a multi-million-dollar company. And I will give you the steps and the rules, and I'll hand you the first fish, and I'll teach you how to fish. I don't have an excuse. All right? Neither do you. Remember, at the end of the day, God loves us all.